Hey guys, it's Lucy, and I'm here to teach you 5 new words to help you pass your 11 plus exams. And if you haven't guessed it already, today's theme is all about space. Now, if you stick around until the end of the video, I also have a bonus question for you relating to today's theme. The idea of this series is for you to tune in on the go. Now, that could be whilst you're eating breakfast, hence why we called it breakfast time vocabulary. It could be when you're in the car on the way to school, or perhaps it's the weekend when you're catching up. Either way, it's whenever you have a spare 5 minutes to learn some new words and have fun. So without further ado, let's dive into our theme for today. Okay, word number 1 for today is interstellar. This is an adjective, which means it's a word that we use to describe something. And if you look closely, you might see that we could chop this word in half, the first half being inter and the second half being stellar. Now, inter is a prefix meaning between, and stellar is anything relating to stars. So if we sandwich those meanings together, we get something like between stars, which is correct. So if you wanted to use this word in a sentence, you could say something like, the astronaut dreamed of embarking on an interstellar journey beyond our solar system. Okay, next up, word number 2 is infinite. This is also an adjective. Now, infinite essentially means never ending. There is no end, no limit. So it's a great word to use to describe space, because did you know that scientists are still trying to prove if space is infinite or not? I know. So, to use this word in a sentence, you could say something like, the spaceship's crew felt as if they were drifting through an infinite sea of stars. Did you spot the metaphor that I used as well? It's this idea of there being a never-ending collection of stars in space, which I think is accurate. On to word number 3, which is orbit. Now, you can use the word orbit as a noun, a thing. We talk about the Earth's orbit around the sun or the moon's orbit around the Earth. But for the purpose of today, we're going to use this word as a verb. So it's an action. Orbiting is the action of a curved path around something. So it's a great action to use, of course, for space. If you wanted to use this word in a sentence, you could say something like, satellites constantly orbit the Earth. They provide essential data for the internet and the weather. So next time you're using Google Maps and it's helping you get from A to B, you can actually thank a satellite in space. On to word number 4, which is another verb, and this word is gravitate. Now, gravitate we can use in lots of different contexts, and you might notice that it's really similar to the word gravity, and that's because they're both linked. So gravitating is the verb form of gravity, and it's the action of being pulled or drawn down towards something. This is a great verb to use when you're trying to show that a character is being drawn towards something. As an example, a sentence might be, Jade gravitated towards the book about planets in her local library. Now, that's telling us that Jade is intrigued by this book, but it's intriguing her so much that she is being pulled towards it, drawn towards it. I need this book. And finally, word number 5, my favorite. This one is a noun, and it is supernova. Now, a supernova is a humongous explosion in space that occurs when a star reaches the end of its life. And it basically explodes. So I think this is a great word to use for a simile or a metaphor. As an example, you could say something like, a bundle of fireworks lit up the night sky like a supernova. How great is that? If you use a simile like that, it's really going to create a sense of interest and engagement for your reader, whoever's going to read your writing. So guys, that's our 5 space-themed words for today. And if you'd like more practice using these words, you can head over to the 11 Plus English Club, where you can join me, Lucy, for live classes, or you can also just access our online materials. And now for that bonus question. Which of the words that we've learned today is also the name of an award-winning science fiction film released back in 2014? If you think you've got it, let me know in the comments. That's it for today, guys. I wish you a wonderful day, and I will see you next time on Breakfast Time Vocabulary. Bye.